I'm Sharon from Culver's. I'm back because it's blueberry season. We've got all the blueberries, we've got raspberries, we've got grapes in stock, so it's time to get planting. We've got great selection of blueberry plants, and so I want to give you some tips about your blueberries. The first one is your soil should really be tested, and because blueberries love acidic soil. They would prefer a 4.4 to 5.5. So you want more of an acidic soil. So I do believe and I suggest really truly to test your soil. So get a pH tester. There's many different types. So this is an easy one that's a probe that you can use. But test your soil. Iowa doesn't have a lot of acidic soil, so amend it. And it should be done, like I said, a year in advance. So start adding the soil acidifier, and we have this from Espoma, the soil acidifier, and it will tell you on the back. So read your instructions on if you're doing, square footage or if you're doing single plants. Check with your soil acidifier. It takes time to adjust your soil. Don't do it all in the year that you're planting, because take it from personal experience, I have killed my blueberries. I've had to start again. I've learned the hard way, and I don't want you to. The blueberry plants like a good 6 hours of sun. So make sure the spot that you're putting them in have a good 6 hours. There's different kinds of blueberry bushes. There's low bush and high bush. The ones we have in stock are all high bush because we don't like to bend over to pick the blueberries. At least I don't. These are going to be high enough, and each plant is different in heights. So the original low bush are considered more of the wild type, and they'll grow from about 6 inches to 2 feet. And they're usually harvested with a rake that will slice through, and the blueberries will fall into this rake. But the high bush are meant to be hand-picked, and I guess to be enjoyed while you're picking them too. They may not even make it to the house. It's recommended that you get 1 to 2 plants per person to have enough yield for your blueberries. And each plant will have a different yield too, depending on the amount of berries and size. But I'll introduce you to some of the blueberries that we have in stock. Let's start the Polaris over here. This one was bred out of the University of Minnesota. It's called a half-high cultivar. It only gets about 3 foot, but it has a medium-sized berry, and that gets harvested late July. This one's called Top Shelf. It's a high bush, goes 4 to 6 feet. It's got a very large berry on it, and this will get harvested mid-season, and that's July. The Patriot, and that's also a high bush, and I'm digging my pocket for the size of a quarter, okay? Because this one's 3 to 5 feet, but the berry size is supposed to be the size of a quarter, and that's pretty dang big. So, and this will be harvested in June. Mini Blues. So it's a high bush, gets about 6 foot, but it has a small berry that's very firm. It gets harvested in August. So we go from very small berries to the very large berries. And this one's already got berries set on it, if you can see those. So the berries are set on that. The Blue Crop, that's another high bush, 4 to 6 feet. And this gets a large berry, but it's somewhat tart. So if you like that, this would be the blueberry for you. We go to the Northland. This one is exceptionally cold hardy, 3 to 5 foot, a mid-sized berry on that. And then we have Chandler. This one has an extra large berry, and it's a high bush, and it gets 5 to 7. And then we have a unique one. It's called Pink Lemonade, and it's also a high bush. It gets 4 to 5 feet, but it has a pink fruit on that. So here's the varieties that we have in stock for this year. Just remember to get your soil amended, so they're going to be happy. Planting wise, basically you can go with twice the size of the root ball when you dig your hole. So make it nice and wide so the new roots can get established and go freely into the new soil. They're somewhat shallow rooted, so they don't go really deep. So you might want to use some mulch around the outside to help keep the weeds down and to help keep the moisture available to the roots on that. This is a product that we carry, and it's an acidic potting soil, and it has peat moss in it, and it has, I think, bark in it. I can't remember the other ingredients in it, but this is also for acid-loving plants. So mix that in as well. The blueberries, they're ready to go. They're ready to go to your house. They're ready to be planted. Just amend your soils, get it done correctly. Oh, one more thing, and you aren't going to like this, but it's suggested that you should strip the flowers off of your plants the first year and maybe into the second year. Strip those flowers off, because that's going to put all the energy from making berries to go into getting those roots established and make it a hardier plant. Also, another thing to make your yields higher, plant more than one type. So plant at least 3 different varieties to get that cross-pollination to increase your yield production on your blueberries. One last thing, and it's a bonus basically, is in the fall, blueberries have great fall color. You'll get oranges and reds. You just have to wait long enough for the foliage and the cool temperatures, and they'll start to turn. So they do produce great fall color. And one other bonus is last night I stayed up, and yes, lemon blueberry bundt cake. So it smells great, but we invite you to come out, pick some blueberries to get established in your yard and eat fresh.